Oh shit. Welcome back to another episode of Get Into It. Um yeah, no, this one's fun. This one's fun. This dude's really cool. In a super fun band that I think you guys should check out and enjoy. Um and I'm stoked to have interviewed him. Uh let's see. Anything coming up for me? I will be at Fest in like 2 weeks, so that's fun. So if you're going to Fest, definitely come see me. Um, do some comedy, and then check out all the other great bands that are going to be there for sure. And on October 19th, if you were in the South Jersey area, come to Lower Forge Brewery for a show I'm putting on. Me, Joshua Ryan, and then we got some funny comics such as Joe G, Katie DeRosa, and Paul Carson. So definitely come check that out. Tickets are super cheap, $10, 15 at the door, but just buy them online. And other than that, I really want to start this episode, so let's get into it.
Get into it, press play, don't quit. Feel the vibe, talk and listen live. Get into it, hit subscribe, don't sit. Join the crew, every week something new. Nostalgia.
And guys, our host today, super awesome guy. He plays in the band Amora. He's from Sellersville, PA, where he helps book. Well, he's a house manager and booking agent at the
Yep.
Sellersville
And
Theater.
box office and everything else and
He
losing my
does it.
mind.
He does it all.
And
He is
oh,
overall stressed and thriving, which I love. I can totally relate to the stress. Billy
mhm.
Z, welcome. Thank you
Yo, what's
for
up?
thank
Thank
you
you
for
for having
being
me.
on.
Yeah, dude.
Oh my
Anytime.
God.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. I love that you're at the Dillinger Escape Plan
Dude,
coffee
this
shop
place
right
is so
now.
cool. Like the shop is more like in front of this computer, but it's like one of the coolest looking places like ever. And it's like very like witchcraft, astrology like base, and like there's like a big like there's like a not a tunnel, it's a tower. You can go in there and it's just like benches all around. It's just cool, dude. I wish I could like bring this around and like show you everything. But it's a cool dude, it's a cool freaking place.
I mean, that's awesome. I think that's a pretty good place for you to have this interview. I mean,
Yeah,
uh
it just
and
makes sense.
now yeah, oh, 100%. Now I wanted to ask you, is screamo your favorite genre?
I don't even know what my favorite genre is anymore, dude. I work with so many bands and so many artists that like I'm around different genres all the time. Like the other day, we had this band called the Rutabaggers, and they're like my friends from Boston, but like they're a bluegrass band.
Oh, no
And
shit.
yeah, and I love hanging out with them. Um, so I don't really even like listen to like my genre as much as like people may think. Like, sure, I'll listen to like some heavy stuff, but like last night I was listening to like him, the 69 Eyes, like
Oh,
what other bands are in that realm. I don't remember. Like I was pretty much on a him and 69 Eyes kick last night. This morning I was like listening to Explosions in the Sky, but then
oh,
there's
beautiful
this rap
band.
group. They're not a thing anymore, but they're called Ground Up. They were from New Hope. And I was listening to
Oh, no
them.
shit.
Yeah. So
Wow.
yeah,
Um,
I listen to everything, man.
I
So
love it.
yeah.
No, the only reason I asked that is because when I reviewed your
Cutting teeth. Yeah,
EP,
I remember.
uh I think I kept saying it was screamo,
You can say
which
that,
I
dude. Perfect.
yeah, I mean,
Oh wait, did I
I
say
fe-
that first? I think I said that first. Yeah, it's just easy, straight to the point. Like all I gotta do is say the word and they know.
oh, 100%.
Yeah.
No, I really liked your guys the EP I heard.
Hmm.
And it was just something about it where I was like, oh God. I tell this to people because I'm an idiot and people think like I write reviews so I know anything. I know nothing. I know next to nothing.
Yeah.
But what I do know is that when I hear something and a band has it, they
Hmm.
have. I don't know what that it is, but like you guys had it. I was like, oh shit,
Yeah.
these guys are like fucking good.
Thanks, man. Appreciate
And
it.
Of course. And I think because you guys had that thing, and you guys worked hard at it, you were able to get signed to Heading East Records, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. How's that been working out for you? What was that
it's been cool.
process
I
like?
mean, to kind of give you some backstory on like how that all happened, like we met Fred. You want to hear the whole Fred story?
Yeah, sure. I
Really
would love
bad.
to.
So Chris was getting our guitar player Chris was getting guitar lessons from Fred, and they were hitting it off. And then Fred. Okay, trying to remember this. We were going to be playing Chameleon Club with
Oh
actors,
yeah.
and Chameleon Club in Lancaster has like 3 rooms, or well, had 3 rooms before it got torn down. And we were in one of the smaller rooms downstairs, and right next to us, I think Caven played, which is ironic because I was just telling about how Caven played in this room.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Fred was going to that show, and he wanted to check us out, and he popped over to our show and watched us, and it was like funny because like every now and again, if I'm like not properly hydrated, I think it's that I don't really know what causes it, just happens. I'll have a migraine when I play. It happens like once like every 8 months, like literally once every 8 months. Like it's crazy.
Oh.
And I had a water that looked like this, not the goth latte, but I had all up in my head, and then like I look up and I just see Fred's figure. I'm like, ah man, we're blowing. I think I'm blowing this. And I could tell like some of the other guys were like, oh shit, Fred's watching us too. But after the show, he came up and we talked, and we really hit it off. And then we kept in touch. He wanted to record our record, and we did. And at first, he wanted to shop us to a couple labels, and he actually did. He actually did, and we did hear. I don't want to say like the labels' names like out loud, but we
Sure.
did hear feedback, and like it was good. But a lot of it was like, hey, we just signed a lot of newer bands, and we want to focus on those bands right now. But thank you for sending this rocks. And then Fred's like, hey, listen, I have this idea. I've been sitting on this idea for a while. I would really like to do it. I would really like for you guys to be a part of it. And it's Heading these records. And it's been going great, man. I mean, it's not like, sometimes people think labels and they think like advances, or like, oh, we have like $5 million and my Lamborghini is chilling out there.
Sure. Yeah.
But it's like a very big like collective of artists helping artists, and just all working as a big team to accelerate like the futures of like all our bands. And it's cool to have like Fred's type of backing, Fred's support. I mean, we're still the same band. I mean, we're trying to always like upgrade, and we're always trying to grow. But having Fred there as like a mentor and someone to help guide has been like it's been a really cool experience, man. Like Fred has a lot of experience, a lot of knowledge. Like it's impossible to talk to him without just like learning something new.
Yeah, I mean, the guy has had, I mean, what, 3 decades in the music business at this point? Like almost three, I want to say, like,
Man,
uh,
dude, when I had him at Sellersville recently, and like I put like his former bands like that he's played in his like like tagline thing for the advertising, and like venues love redundancy, so like every file, everything has that. And I kept seeing X taking back Sunday, color Fred, say anything, X taking back Sunday, color Fred, say anything. And then it's like, then like I didn't even mention like Breaking Pangea or like any of the other bands,
yeah.
like or terrible things. Like I'm just, or even the Lemonheads. I'm like, dude, you have,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I forget he
yeah,
like he
he was
did
in the
stuff with them.
Lemonheads. Yeah,
No,
so
I mean like but I think that's a good concept for a record label. I mean,
yeah,
I have my small label, and like that's what I I really strive for, is that like collaboration between artists, and like, hey, like this guy has more experience than you. Um,
mm,
definitely listen to him, take it, whatever. And then, I think that community aspect really boosts everyone up, right?
yeah.
Like, so no, I think that's awesome.
You got it, man.
What
I
is,
mean, wait, I'm sorry. You go
oh
on.
no, no, you're good. You're
I
good.
was gonna say a lot of like growth, like even we're like getting more into like content now. We're always collaborating with like each other. Like, I did this. You probably saw I did this dumb reel the other day. Like, I don't want to say this is dumb, but it's only dumb because I kicked a lamp during it. Did you see that?
I did
Yeah,
not.
that
That's
was on
awesome.
accident. and I decided to throw it at the beginning of that. I collabed with Fred and a few others that were, involved with that. And I'm still getting that show's over. I'm still getting views on that. Like I hit over like
Wow.
it's hit over 6,000 yesterday. I'm just like,
God
what?
damn. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
That's that's
It's still
great.
growing, like all because of the freaking kicking the lamp.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
What has it been like working with Fred? Um, I mean, because I know he's just like a driving force, especially in kind of that in that area in PA,
Yeah.
the music scene, you know? Yeah, what's it been like?
Um, trying to figure out how to explain it because like I've just known Fred for so long now that like it's like almost nothing, not like not bad, but it's like it's nothing to me at this point. It's like,
Sure, yeah.
you know, actually, what? I will segue and say when he played at Sellersville Theater the other day and I watched him play like Miami, I was like it hit me. It hit me. I'm like, oh, this is the coolest shit I've ever seen. Just because it's Fred. But working with Fred is just he's just great, dude. Like he's trying to think. I feel like I've said a lot of this already, but I mean he's just a wealth of knowledge and like he's just like he's super easy, he's super personable, he's down to, talk to anybody. There's been times where like we'll like link friends with him or like even the other day at work, like one of my friends, like or not one of my friends, well actually one of my friends, yeah, coworkers,
Sure.
coworkers
Yeah.
can be is like trying to get more into studio work and then like they're like chatting up and he's like, yeah, man, you can chat at me like sometime, here's my number. So like working with him, it's really just like it's really cool. He's a plethora of knowledge, just even being able to like sit and write and like work and just also plan the future out. I mean, he's always down for like anything. He's always into trying to think. Sorry. I feel
Oh,
like
you're fine.
it's it's just great. This is like the best way I can like really put it. It's awesome.
Sure. Oh, that's good. No, that's great.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
have
no,
no complaints. I only have like every amazing thing you can ever say about someone like right here.
for sure. No, I
Yeah,
get it, man. I think no, I think it's good, and I think it's good because it seems like, it's almost like a mentor, right? And
yeah.
he's really trying to help you guys with everything. And
I think that's cool too. Like, it's
yeah,
um like and he focuses so much on his own career too, but at the same time it's he's like he's really focused on like helping like all the bands on our label grow. Like
sure.
he even comes to shows, dude. Like he'll hit me up and he'll be like, yo, man, I'm gonna be at that show. Then it's like, he shows up, he, makes appearances, he talks to, anybody that wants to talk. Like he's never like too cool for anybody. Um, and I think that's another thing that's like really admirable about him. And like, like we've even like I've toured with him before, like nothing like crazy, but I remember I was doing like photos for him like on the run that he did with like the spill canvas. And like anybody that wanted to talk about anything, he always took his time out to like talk and just like answer any questions or just talk about anything. Like he's such a great dude.
That's great. That's fantastic. I love
Yeah,
you love to see it, as the
yeah,
kids
man, love to
say.
see it. Yeah.
Now, I gotta say I love Amora's new song, Sacraments.
Hmm.
Um, I mean that blew me away when I first heard it.
Yeah,
What
thanks,
was
man.
yeah, what was the writing process like for that? I'm always curious about how bands write, because I feel like everyone does it so differently. But there's only like six ways to do it, right? Like, but in those
Yeah.
six ways, there's like different things that people do.
Yeah. What was the writing process for that? Like, I mean, like the guys are always like demoing stuff and like, the instrumental usually always comes first in a rate. I can tell
Sure,
you for me, I'm still going through like this big writer's block for whatever reason. I think it's just getting older, or sometimes like, the seasons kind of come and go. Like, sometimes you
sure.
go through the season where you're like totally locked in, and then it's just like, life stuff happens and stuff, and you just don't know what to really write. But I can tell you from my end, I remember I actually wrote the lyrics, like the lyrics that I wrote. I wouldn't say it's like the majority of the song, but I feel like any part you hear me like doing. Um,
Okay.
Need like the lyrics in front of me to like tell you exactly what parts, but I couldn't think of shit, dude. I couldn't think of shit, and we kind of came up with this like overlying like topic for the song, which was like anti-religious, anti-political, like anti like just like it's like just a pissed off like it's like Sum 41, it's like just pissed off.
Sure.
And I remember my aunt and uncle live like maybe 10 minutes from Fred's house. So I stayed with them and then I went to a coffee shop early in the morning and I like this is where I kind of maybe figured out like the writing process like I want to do. Like I'm not a demo guy and like it's easy to like listen to a demo and listen to it over and you kind of get bored of it and then you go in the studio and you're putting it together and I just learned I'm not that type of guy. So for
Okay.
me like I knew I needed to write to the song. So what I did was like I listened to the demo maybe like 3 times in a row. I'm sitting in the coffee shop, similar to like kind of this style. Just I had my journal with me and I put on the demo 3 times. And then I listened to songs that like reminded me of like if I were to listen to the demo, like what vibe do I think of? And I'm thinking of like Straight from the Path, Sum 40, like
Okay.
the lyric like king shit on a wall of brick. I would listen to Straight from the Path, Kick Back, and I would remember hearing the hook, kick back, feel the kick back. And to me, like I wanted to capture that same cadence. I wanted to
Okay.
capture that same thing and make like a hook out of that. And then from there, kind of just like the rest, like kind of came like this punchy, like I didn't mean to punch right there. I'm
Sure.
just like, but like this punchy, this in your face, this like very like piss the fuck off song. And I never really write like that. So like, for me, like once I kind of just got that hook and I found like my footing, I wrote like it just all came like clockwork. And I wrote a couple versions. Actually, if you look at the artwork, we layered some of my writings, like my lyric writing, like on the single cover. So like if you look,
Okay.
those are my handwriting, like that's my handwriting from like writing that song.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, perfect.
Yeah, so then we went into the studio and which Brian's great. Brian, our drummer, is like really great at like how do I say this? He's great at timing, you know. Sometimes I have a lot of trouble with it, or like when like it comes to writing lyrics, it's like I can think of like the vision, I can think of
Hmm.
like, the idea. I might overwrite and we just have to like bring it down a few words or what I'm trying to say is Ryan was able to help look at the lyrics and be like, okay, this is good, this is good, this is good, but we gotta like shorten this, we gotta do this, we gotta do that. 'Cause he looks at the song like math. And
Okay.
we were able to go through, we were able to do it, and then we went in and like I aced the song in like maybe 40 minutes. And like that's like, it's the teamwork that we do like that.
Wow. I mean, that's amazing. That's cool. You know, I mean, like I do comedy, so like it is the editing words are like
Yeah,
it is like a math equation. Like you're like, okay, like for some reason this string of words
yeah,
hits a different way than like how I was originally saying it or how I
yeah.
originally wrote it. So I definitely get that. That's awesome. That's really cool to know.
Thanks, man. Yeah,
Um,
no, like I'm really proud of that song.
yeah, no, it's really cool. I love the music video. Now the three albums you picked were Broken Families by Adaliah,
Yeah,
Via by Volumes, and
yeah,
Where You
oh,
Want
yeah,
to Be by Taking Back Sunday.
yeah,
And I mean, like Adaliah and Volumes are like uh similar, like metalcore,
yeah,
post hardcore type stuff. But then you have
mhm,
Taking Back Sunday, which I mean I get it. Like I I I think anyone
yeah,
who that was like their foray into music, right? Like my foray into music
yeah,
was like My Chemical Romance, The
mhm,
Used, Taking
yeah,
Back Sunday, and whatever. And I get it. Like for you guys specifically, there is that like layer of like, oh no, I can totally see them being inspired by like Taking Back
yeah.
Sunday. Um, and you said what you like most about these albums is the creativity and the in-your-face emotion. Is there anything from those three albums that uh you've kind of taken and been like, all right, like this is this is our version of that, right? Like this is how Amora
Yeah,
would do a Taking Back Sunday song, or like
yeah.
or how to do a lyrics or something like that.
Wait, I'm sorry. I'm like really.
Oh, oh no,
I'm
no, you're good.
question.
Uh,
I heard like the second half, and I was like, okay, wait, what was the question? I'm so sorry.
no, no, you're good.
I'm in
I'm
public.
very long-winded with no, you're good. I'm very long-winded with my
No
questions.
worries, man. You're
Uh,
doing great.
um, is there anything you've took from these
Yeah.
albums
Okay.
and kind of made your own?
Yeah. So actually, on our record Martyr, there's a lot of Adaliah references, like and I think it's like How Blue the Ocean Is, I think it is. Yeah. You phantom limb tearing me apart again, like that lyric. That's a dude, I'm pretty sure that's How Blue. It's gonna kill me if I don't know. All right. You phantom limbs. Oh, wait, no, that's Hearthstone. That's Hearthstone. Wait. And
Okay.
when was settling and feeling uncontent with you. What is this song? Dude, there's so many songs on there. That's okay. It's How Blue. It's How Blue. It's How Blue. I was right. I was right. I just like thought about it. And like there's a few Adaliah references like on that record, like that being one of them. I just like the Phantom Limb. That's like from the song Ghosts. Like, can you feel these phantom limbs? Also Jorge from Adaliah is on Hearthstone. When you listen to that record, he's one of my really good friends, and like I'm actually like dude,
Ah,
they're my favorite band in the world, you know, and it's like it's crazy to also be friends with them. They're not a band anymore, but like some of the greatest times of my life are going to go see them, you know.
sure.
As well, like Volumes. I remember, dude, Volumes, like I remember being showed them and being like, this is my new favorite band in the entire world, just because like I think they're so creative and are so like well, they're one of the best. Like Via is one of the like greatest wrote records. Greatest written, greatest I don't know. It's just amazingly wrote. And
Sure.
the lyrics, the delivery, the just impact. Like if you listen to In Translation, there's like my clean part at the end. I took that from the Colombian Faction on Via by Volumes, like because they do the same exact thing. There's only one clean part in that song, and it's like the same exact style. Um,
Yeah.
and when I saw Volumes for like the first time, like way back in the day, they were playing with like the Occasion Strain, like Oceano, the Chariot, like all these like heavy bands, very dark bands. It was like Screaming Like a Minotaur, and these dudes come out, they're wearing like Diamond Supply, Supreme, they're wearing like, they
Classic. Yeah.
yeah, dude, they're wearing like primitive, they're wearing like, like baggy clothes. And like, and like they have two vocalists, and like it would just be like you would feel like you're at like the most intense hip hop show you've ever been to. Like that's how good they
Wow.
were. And like it just stood them out, and they played second out of on a bill out of like 8 bands, And
Yeah.
I always thought like that was cool, like their delivery, their stage presence, their like just energy live, like really in your face, like really just on it. And I think their lyrics are some of like the most like creative like lyrics ever. And as time went on, like they definitely got more like a little more like user friendly and like a little more like not like less metaphor and more like realistic. But that's a band like especially if you listen to like Martyr, like I've taken so many like things from that band, both them and Adaliah, just and like
Sure.
like in my vocal delivery, like in my lyrics, I wrote like there's a lot of just like callbacks and cues and like stuff to like those bands. And then Taking Back Sunday, like Where You Want to Be, it's also not because like I know Fred, but like I remember
Sure.
like so I have a twin brother and I have twin sisters, so like very I know two sets of twins crazy, but my one sister always had CDs in like her room, and when I was like maybe 10, I would like just go through. I'm a Snoopy dude. Like I don't know. I
Sure.
like
Yeah.
sometimes it's like what is your life? And I happen to like look through the CDs. I'm like, okay, Notorious B.I.G. Something something something. Then I found Where You Want to Be by Taking Back Sunday, and I was like, oh wait, that name sounds like because they were like starting to get radio play at the time, like Where You Want to Be just came out, and
Okay.
I might have heard the song like on the radio or something, and then I just I stole that shit and I kept it for myself. No one noticed. It's somewhere in my parents' house right now. But yeah, and just listening to that record, like that was like, just when as soon as it first starts, like say yes, say yes, say yes, like just like it hooks you. Like even like
100%.
even just the freaking beginning of like Set Phasers to Stun, is it that's the first song on the record, right? Set
Hmm.
Phasers to Stun, yeah. And like Fred does like the palm mute that like the police always use, like, and like it's just it's just so like it's so hooky. It's so catches you in, and then it brings you into a whole different world, and I think that's just dope.
100%. No, I get it, man. Yeah, I feel like all those records definitely have that in your face emotion
Yeah,
that you talked about. And yeah, no, 100%.
yeah.
Uh Anything you want to plug?
Shout out Alchemy Coffee for letting me totally do this in public and hopefully not piss anybody off. Okay, there's someone sitting right across the corner, and she was like, "You're good, you're good." Shout out them. Shout out Heading East Records, and shout out you.
Thank you.
Finally, I'm stoked to actually like get to like talk to you and stuff instead of just like
Yeah.
emailing. And I don't know what else to plug. Yeah, I don't know.
No,
Uh,
that's perfect, man.
I'm bad at
Uh
plugging. It's actually no. It's 0 to 100. I'm either really insanely like too much at name dropping, or I don't know what to say. I don't know the
it's
answer.
I mean, it's all good. Everyone, please go check out Amora. You can check him out on Instagram. It's AM0 RAPA.
You did good. You did
Yeah. See,
good.
I do some research before these.
Yeah.
And please listen to their new song, Sacrament. It's awesome. It's out on Heading
And
East Records.
maybe you might get something new in August.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, this will be dropping in, I think, August. So,
Okay.
if it is out, please stay up to date with the more
You
stuff.
know what?
Check it
Okay.
out.
You know what we're gonna do? If it's out, check out Blink of an Eye on Spotify, Apple Music, and Amazon and all that stuff right now. If it's not,
There we
Blink of
go.
an Eye will be out at some point. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Guys, please check it out. Awesome band. Billy, thank you so much for your time. It was a
Cool.
great interview. You're
Yeah. Thanks.
awesome.
Yeah. Thanks, Ryan. I appreciate it. And you're awesome too. And send me your shit for your comedy show tonight so I can possibly come out.
Will do. All right,
Cool.
guys.
All right.
Thanks.
Later, homie.
Get into it, press play, don't quit. Feel the vibe, talk and listen live. Get into it, hit subscribe, don't sit. Join the crew, every week something new. Nostalgia.
Billy is the man. He really is. And his band is so good. If you haven't checked out Amora yet, please do so. They have some new songs out. Sacrament, which I think is so they have gotten so much better over the course of their career. And that I've listened to them. They've just gotten um just harder and just uh their writing has gotten so much better, and the musicianship and songwriting, it's all phenomenal. So please go check them out. And that does it for today's episode. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for checking it out. Subscribe, like, all that good stuff. Follow me on Instagram and all the stupid social media sites. And go follow Billy. Go follow Amora. And you know what? Follow your dreams. All right, do that. Do that today. All right, yeah. See ya.